Security Wing 2. And it looks like they locked me out.
Then we have to force our way in. See anything?
Construction. There might be another way.
Yeah, that might be like the most likely place to start a video game level.
No one will see me coming as I sneak.
I've never heard of an action platformer game taking place in any kind of construction area. So I don't know, man.
But now we got us. But now we got a chapter that literally starts by throwing you into a fight first thing. And it's quite a tricky one to start because of how like it is all heavy enemies at the bare minimum. Like this is like one of the earliest fights you might be able to like immediately remember in this game where like there is way more of an emphasis on having to deal with everyone having a stun gauge and knowing how to fill it up, avoid attacks, etc. This was definitely a chapter that, even though I had to kind of restart this fight, it at least wasn't too bad considering, you know, it's at the very start.
Yeah. I imagine this is the point where they're like, okay, you kind of know what you're doing here.
Yeah, because of how you just got, like you're getting more and more fights where, like, instead of the usual format being, you know, just a bunch of fodder with, like, a heavy enemy leading them, it's now a bunch of heavy enemies with like a super tough enemy basically leading the charge. And look at that, just absolutely demolished that Brutal. Didn't even give them a chance to get off their rhythm parry attack.
Please, Mr. Chai is under great pressure. That's not to apply anymore.
You got this, Chai. Check out construction for a back door.
Positive reinforcement.
Yes, that's definitely what Macaron does his best at.
Speak from experience. Doesn't work as well when you say that you are giving positive reinforcement.
Yeah. You still got some kinks to work out with your empathy circuits, Cinnamon. Just gotta leave no gear behind. Every bit of money counts, even though we're at the point where it's like we basically have like one more regular combo move to buy from the store, and like pretty much have all the bare essentials that we would ever need.
Yeah.
Like again, like especially with how we're not going to be getting back to the hideout until this track is done, you'll be amazed at just like at least hopefully I'm remembering. Oh, here it is. Remember that vlog?
Oh,
the one
yeah.
that sabotaged the coffee machine, the first victim.
What's the coffee machine need a firmware?
What's more important than catching me?
Maybe our
Coffee?
planted seed about spectral work?
In this work environment, absolutely.
In my life?
Well, I mean, I'm lucky enough to not need caffeine, but so it's like it's for everyone else, really, except these assholes running the company. Korsica maybe like deserves at least some. She seems, well, this chapter will make it very clear.
I imagine it's either that or she just goes straight to powerhousing bottles of gin when she gets in the morning.
Yeah, but it's just. This chapter is going to make it very clear that, like, we're going to have to approach things with Korsica quite a bit differently compared to all the other bosses in this company. I mean, even so far, it's like she's impressed, if not confused, that we actually fixed some of the issues with the security nodes in Wing 1 when she wasn't able to get around to it. And then, of course, the fact that, like, she does not seem so overly harsh and demanding of her own employees, just being like, come on, guys, you could do better than this. You could, like, it's just one kid.
The fact that she hasn't threatened to murder anyone's face off means she's automatically one of the better people in this company.
Looks like
Yeah.
Korsica's in her office and it's on the top floor. Hence,
And yes, this is what I have been, like, alluding to for the past couple of videos. This is the tower climb. And we got our stipulation coming up about how things are going to go down with Korsica compared to all the other evil executives.
Okay, I'm emotionally ready. What's the catch?
You can't just strong-arm Korsica to get her password like the other bosses.
Oh, please tell me it turns into a dating
Korsica
sim.
isn't outfitted with Vandalay tech. There's no passkey. She memorizes her passwords.
You'll need to
Yeah,
get her to
that's
cooperate with us.
What?
Yeah, that's a very difficult challenge for Chai. We all remember end of track 3.
But we need her password to shut down the
Persuasiveness,
Spectrum.
forward thinking, planning, speaking to people.
The worst part is throughout this entire chapter, there's gonna be a struggle from the entire team trying to figure out a better plan that is Chai suitable.
A better plan than just talk to her.
Anyway, we bought our final combo move, which is the only combo move that does not end in a beat hit. The idea is that it's literally designed for going straight into an air combo and acquiring like a huge amount of hits. So, yeah, it's basically, you can think of it as kind of like a filler or link type of ability, where if you just want to just keep an enemy in a combo going before you just so you can get like a more specific setup for an actual beat hit or jam combo.
Look like it from here. That ain't helping.
I'm trying to help you drop him. Dead weight.
It's helping gravity.
Yes, unfortunately, it would have been funny if you could actually, if you hit them, it would actually cause him to drop the other Tech 78.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the fact that whenever you hit any NPC robots, it doesn't really do much.
No,
then...
it's just for the comedy of them showing that they are actually capable of feeling pain.
Just, dude, quit it. This is annoying.
Yeah, and it's not even deathly pain for them. Yeah, it's like that. It's like you basically just like smacking them. Or it'd probably be the equivalent to them of just like physical like elementary school bullying.
Doesn't actually
just
hurt.
Pushing.
Just really annoying.
Yeah. Yeah, another one of those ass rankings, but just because like there's no additional waves, it's very difficult to get a combo score, but still easy for the overall S.
And I just lost the quick way.
He's not right. He's not wrong. This is a very up kind of path that we have to go, to the point that the game, even I don't know when it happens, but this is the level that John Johannes said they had to basically make you skip an entire section in a blink of an eye. Just like basically shoot farther up in the level than you're supposed to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, especially with any kind of tower climb level, they're either incredibly good or very frustrating. There is no in between.
Yeah. And that beat hit combo you saw me do a bit earlier, which I think was XYXY, is one that I definitely, now that I have all my moves, I start to use it a lot more because its beat hit is especially great as just a ground AoE. Further proving that, like, you want to commit certain beat hit combos to mine based on what their beat hit effects are. You know, whether you want the linear effects, the sort of wide radius forward hit, or big AoEs like that, stuff that can launch enemies into the air, all sorts of stuff. Hibiki still does the business. That said, even with how long this climb is going to get, one thing I do appreciate how it tries to keep the variety going is you get plenty of segments where you go to the central shaft and basically it turns into a 2D platforming section. And this happens a couple of times.
Yeah, it's kind of reminding me of, there was an old game on, like really old, like Spectrum, Amstrad, I think it was on the Atari ST, there was a version for the NES and the Game Boy, called Castellian.
Huh, okay.
Where you were a little sort of frog thing that had to go around a rotating tower. For the time, it was really visually impressive.
Yeah, because you said it's a Spectrum game originally? Because that's impressive,
yeah.
So. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was released on, like, those, you know, like, tape and disc-based systems.
Right.
I remember playing it on the
for me
Amstrad
personally,
and the C64.
Yeah, because when I think of, like, these kind of, like, rotating tower 2D sections, especially like in non-3D polygonal games, my mind goes to like stuff that you would have had like on like 16-bit systems like the Mega Drive. Like Dynamite Heady has a level that's like this. I'm pretty sure Castlevania Bloodlines also had one like that, because it was like it had to
Fairly
be
sure,
something
yeah.
similar to like you climbing up the Tower of Pisa or something like that. It might have been a different tower.
Soul Blazer on the Super Nintendo had a stage like this as well.
Yeah.
God, that was a good game.
Need help?
I mean, you can encourage your employees to exercise Korsica, but I don't think like forcibly removing options for people that need it is the way to do it.
Yeah, like it's one thing to be like, okay, well, you know, lift isn't working. It's another thing to be like, no, the stairs are mandatory. I'm like, okay, well, I'm just not leaving my seat for the next 8 hours.
Yeah. Honestly, thinking about it, I'm surprised that like this game didn't go with just doing like a recreation of what the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth did if you take the stairs in Shinra Tower.
Yeah.
I've not played that game, but like in recent years I did finally decide, okay, I know it's Chip and Ironicus, I guess I'll watch their Let's Play of the FF7 remake. And I fucking laughed at just how like the fact that they just included that shit of everyone getting so fucking winded climbing those 60 flights of stairs except for Tifa.
The original version was, at the time, really funny as well. And the fact that they went the whole hog and made it even funnier, just... I'm sorry, like, as cynical cash grab as it was, there were bits in it which were just so good.
Yeah. Yeah, like that actually, because like that kind of humor would not be out of place for like just the kind of comedy that this game goes for, especially if the whole point is to do things at Shy's expense.
Yeah. Get to the top and they're all of a sudden they're like, huh, turns out the lift was only turned off halfway up. He could have saved ourselves 3 hours.
Yeah. And Cinnamon would just be like relaying this news in his like artificially joyful tone, as he always does.
Yeah, everyone's just like, God damn it, Shy, I hate you so much. Wasn't even my fault. Yeah, no, but you told us.
Yeah, I mean at this point it's like, I feel like as far as like major fuck ups, you know, regardless of whether or not they work out in the end, I feel like how many of them that you've seen at this point can you count? Do you think that they are on one hand? Because the major ones that I vividly still recall, like at this point in the game, I can definitely, because there's the blurting out all of like Peppermint's plans to the company execs. Mm-hmm. There's going to the AR labs instead of AI without waiting for Peppermint. Even though that technically worked out, it was still a fuck up on his part. There's trying to talk to the Z-shielding enemy and getting rightfully punched for it.
I think with the first two, we can definitely... The first one, we can definitely put that down to getting too ahead of himself. I mean, like, he's obviously, like, cocky about the fact that, yeah, I'm beating the crap out of these robots, there's nothing you can do about it, and just to prove, I'm going to tell you my plan, and you're not going to be able to stop me. Oh shit.
Also, I got a cool cat.
Yeah.
I mean, I would definitely brag about that.
I brag about mine all the time.
Yeah.
As for the AI AR Labs fiasco, I think that's arguably the universe rectifying itself just to make him look both cooler and like more of a dork.
Yeah, it's definitely the biggest example of him, of Chai at his best, being an idiot savant.
Yeah. I said the pure of heart, dumb of ass trope definitely applies to him.
Yeah. Again, remember, there was a point, like moments before I started playing this game, where because of the trailer, I was worried that Chai was just going to be the most insufferable dumbass. Until I played the game and realized, oh, he is the most entertaining dumbass.
Yeah, it's a very thin line to walk to make your idiot protagonist not be responsible for absolutely everything and wind up with you hating them for it.
Yeah. unfortunately, we got an NPC there that we cannot, like, hit for additional dialogue because the glass is in the way.
In another
Glass
life, he
should have
was
been
an orange
breakable.
cat.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Just caught between the window and the insect screen.
Almost got a new reverb core. Just one more piece. Also, hey, Seb's back. Hope you don't mind the mess I'm gonna make. Oh man, even like the shockwave from the beat hit was able to reach Joseph and just
Gonzo's out of stock and rope
hit him.
piling up. I tell ya, you want equality, start with the drinks. We all know the world's stacked against us, but sometimes we need a drink to forget. I'm talking about
Seb,
these
I
drinks.
don't think
Those
these
with
vending
charge,
machines serve
those with
alcohol. I
gold.
don't think this is the kind of drink
Last
that you're
thing we want
thinking.
is some of us thinking we don't have a shot, even though we know we don't.
I'm pretty sure he's got a couple of shot glasses in his
Like I have to
jacket.
pretend, like I care
Yeah.
about these cases, like I care about our
Well, I mean,
workers.
like he's holding a
I'm
flask,
just
like
trying
that
to make
much is
ends meet.
obvious.
Just lay down at the end of the day without a cloud over my head. You taking notes on this, bud?
I will contact the supply chain.
Do it like we're supposed to, not like we want to. This world's stone cold, bud. Better drink something warm.
It's a good thing he's paired up with a
I know you wanna
very
take it out on
straightforward
me.
partner like
There's nothing
Joseph.
I can do for
He's able to parse all his noir detective rambling bullshit. Again, that's what I love about this version of Seb, and I wish he was this way in Evil
Must be
Within.
so excited.
Very.
There we go, and back to the main shaft.
I didn't have to go wandering across half the map for it that time.
Yeah,
Game's going easy on us.
but yeah, this tower is just gonna keep going. I should actually like mention specifically like how this game like when I mentioned that John Johannes brought up that like they had to basically make the player skip a section of the tower by basically warping them ahead, and if you're wondering like what exactly is the device that allows them to do that, because it would have been impossible to, you know, remove that section and shorten the height of this tower. It's those rhythm jump pads that you see me frequently use, where you have to press the jump button on the beat in order to ascend X amount of height. Yeah, they use one of those to basically like hide the fact that you are just shooting up like way farther than it normally would have, so you're going straight past the section it was supposed to like have you land at, and basically warps you up to like the next convenient place.
Yeah, I mean, with those, all you really need to do is just make the background look like it's going even faster.
Oh yeah, like
Like,
that is
simplest trick
definitely
in
the
the book.
easiest way to do it. Either that, or just, you know, you can do the old standby of having you go through some kind of tunnel where you can't see the outside of the environment.
Yep. Just anything
is-
that makes you think you're going fast and obscures
Yeah.
your view of the environment. Works like a
Or
charm.
more, yeah, stuff like that, or just more distance than you covered, because that was definitely a trick I remember doing, like when I did like a short game project in college. It was like just a simple script where it was this kind of concept of, it was basically like kind of a vertical tower climb. And we had a sort of thing where it was just like you pass an invisible trigger inside the tower, and when you got to the next outside part, the skybox was different, and we basically had like an entire cloud particle system generated to make it look like you were suddenly above the clouds.
Yep. If you can pull it off, then it's very effective.
Yeah, we even had like a fake ass LOD texture like that spawned in at the bottom to make it look like you can barely see the ground.
Nice. Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that. I'm going to assume again because I have the benefit of like knowing what goes on in the rest of this game. I'm going to say the Panopticon suggestion did not come from Korsica. I'm gonna say that was Zanzo's idea.
Yeah. Also, what are the odds of it that it was the Panopticon that got cut?
Oh no, if there was an actual Panopticon in this.
Oh dear. Because I thought that was referring to the bit that they had to cut. That would have been very clever.
Yeah, if that was actually what it was, then yeah, that would have been a pretty genius way of sneaking it in without you realizing that there was ever cut content to begin with. Anyway, here's definitely an interesting challenge of like having to deal with an entire enemy wave that has nothing but Z shielding. And the fact that Macaron can only be summoned so many times. Because even if you get the parry timing on their attacks, it's not a free summon. Like, you can only still summon in Macaron when he is available. But at least it's like, if you do that parry assist summon, like, the recharge rates on that particular summon will be even faster.
Yeah.
So that's a very nice thing, but that's assuming, obviously, if you're able to, you know, get the timing in the first place and you don't accidentally get the normal rhythm assist. Just love Magnet Backstab every time for, like, the confused animation.
Anything that allows me to jump over an enemy's head and beat them in the back, always a keeper.
But yeah, after that kind of long first wave, obviously, we have like a full reverb gauge, which means we could just instantly, like, delete the Z shielding and, like, fast track our way to deleting everyone in the second round. Yeah, see, look at that. It's like, you get, like, those jam combos in on like those super tough enemies when they have like the orange aura. It's like that is another fantastic way of bypassing the rhythm parry attack if you don't want to go through it every single time.
Okay,
Zip it.
plan time. How am I getting that password?
You're still thinking?
Turns out it's actually an advertisement for like for Vandelay's own proprietary encryption software.
Ah, clever.
Confuse Mr. Chai by implying that he is the brains behind the mission?
Ouch!
Wait.
Oh, Peppermint. Korsica's in her
This is why Cinnamon is the second best character.
and we can catch her using her password.
Better than nothing. Try that.
Reasonable plan. Let's hope it works.
Okay, so we are literally going for a French farce. There'll be all sorts of wacky misunderstandings, and somehow everyone will wind up in their underwear.
I'm chuckling to myself, pretending that I know entirely what that means. I assume it's very funny.
Someone out there will get it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's probably a movie or TV show where that is like the epitome example of that sort of concept.
Just think of it as like a screwball comedy, but it's French, so there's randomly added nudity. Wacky series of events winds up with everyone in a compromising situation.
Yep, that seems on par for the French.
Check out that dude over there. One of the old models sent over from production.
Don't disrespect Oscar.
Bet he's in awe of my skills.
They're programmed to compliment, like, what a good job you did. He's, like, seriously.
He's just
Show some
standing there,
appreciation.
rocking back and forth. Leave him alone.
You got the wrong guy. Knock some hard-working energy back into that model over there.
Anyway, how you doing, Oscar?
That new model robot keeps yelling at me to keep working, but it keeps giving me its work to do. But I shouldn't
Working
Oh.
smarter, not harder.
Its work to do.
Oh, he's one of those employees.
Yep.
Bet you thought I was
It's funny though, like with where where Oscar's arms are currently like fidgeting, it makes me think that he is actually playing the Mania 2DX. Like the left thing that his arm is on is a turntable. Oh yeah, here's the suspicious doors that I have been occasionally finding but not able to access.
If this is another mysterious door, please stop.
Yes, they have dialogue for every single character on your team when you find these.
Precisely.
Yes, yes, these are very thinly veiled secrets that are saved only for the post game. How could you tell?
What's the post game?
It's the thing that we thought we were going into at the start of track 5.
Ah, an ongoing joke. Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, this game is silly. Is it any wonder that they would also have game-related fourth wall jokes? funny enough, it's usually, I think, besides Chai, it really is just Cinnamon who is the most aware of that aspect. Alas, nothing else that we can really get at the moment that's pressing, because we still need a lot more money to get, like, our remaining, you know, like, chip slots that we need for our proper loadout. Oh well. We'll definitely have it by the time that we get to the, get back to the hideout, because we'll have a lot of rewards to cash in.
Yeah, there's always that really annoying bit where you've got, like, you're just shy of getting your preferred setup, but, you know, like, you're only missing, like, 1 or 2 skills, but they cost so much.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's not too bad, because, like, one of, like, the major goals, anyway, is out of the way, which is all, like, our combo moves. Like that is still ultimately, like, the biggest priority to, like, fill out. Because special attacks and chips can be, you can go a long way with just, like, sticking with preferences. Anyway,
crap, it's Mega Man EXE Blade Wolf.
Yeah, so this is the Kimono, I believe it is called. It's our new super tough enemy that is very much not like the regular humanoids, as you'd expect. It is very fast. It is all, like, getting combos on it. It very much requires you to get its stun gauge filled up, and then as soon as it is filled, you need to very quickly get it locked down on an air combo, because you can see how quickly its stun gauge reverts back afterwards if you leave it alone.
Yeah, one of those really annoying enemies.
But of course, with your assist, there's all kinds of ways to lock it down and get the stun gauge filled up, especially if you are able to get things positioned. Yeah, Chai, you've made several.
Get this, Chai. She was looking at Spectra files. The stuff about mind control.
She must have forced her way in there.
So she really wants to know the truth.
See? Further proving Korsica's not so bad.
That, or she's going to mind control the shit out of you.
I mean, that actually would be a plausible turn of events if she decided, these bastards tried to keep secrets from me. I'm gonna use their worst nightmare against them.
Turnabout's fair play, bitches.
Oh, yeah, that is a very different Hi-Fi Rush.